In this video, we're going to try to make a very quick video on formatting, all sorts of things from words to shapes and connectors and pictures. But first things first, let's work on some words. I just double-clicked on that to select that word. You can make it bold. You can make it italics, underline. A strike through gives you a line through that word as if you were editing it. If I don't want that, I hit the undo button, back to format. Superscript makes it go higher. This is good if you're doing like x to the power of 2, some mathematical thing. Again, I'm going to undo that. Superscript, subscript puts it down low. So if you want it to go down lower, you can do that. And that's pretty much the entire top. If I want a paragraph styles, I can indent, I can decrease the indent, I can change alignment from left to center to right to justified, which will cover the whole thing. I can make it go to the top of the box because I'm in a text box, stick in the middle of the box, or go to the bottom of the box because it's a text box. That's important. Last thing in this list is a list, oddly enough. You can make it say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of an outline format. You can use bullets, and you can use list options where you can change it so that instead of starting with a 1, it starts with a capital A, for example. All right? You can look for more bullets down here. So these are nice things to have to format your text. You can clear formatting. So if you've done something and you don't want it done, you can highlight a whole bunch of things and clear the formatting. And that's all of the formatting for text, except for alt text, which I'll show you in just a minute. So we're going to insert a shape. We could go to insert and insert all the things we're going to do here. There's another way, and it's a little easier, so I'm just going to shapes. The first one I'm going to do is an arrow, and I'm going to very loosely mimic a tuna. I draw out an arrow, I type tuna, it automatically fills it into my shape. I go back up here, and now this time I want a circle, and that is going to be food. Okay, that's it. We can format this a little more by changing colors and all that, but what I want to show you is these connectors. An elbow connector gives you 90-degree angles. A curved connector allows you to connect from one shape over here to any of these dots to another shape. If I grab my circle now and I move it, the connector goes with it. I can click on the connector and change the width of that. So it's a little thicker if I want to. I can also change its color. I can change arrowheads, all sorts of different things. Let's make it red so it stands out a little more. If I move this arrow, once again, everything floats, which is really nice to have that ability if you're making some sort of diagram. Awesome, awesome feature. That's how you would format the shapes. On the next slide, I have a picture. If I click on the picture, I can go to Format, and I have a few things that I can do. I can add some lines if I want to, but I can also crop the image. Now, if you're not familiar with what cropping is, basically it's cutting off a part of the image. If it's too big and I just want his face, double-click, and I cut it off. That's it. This is great to be able to do to images right in your presentation. The next thing, Format. I have image options, or I can replace the image. If I want a whole different image, I can just click on replace, and it will go to the search button, and I can find another picture that I want. I can reset the image back to the way I started. I can, whoops, accidentally slid over there. Click on my image, format, and I'm going to go to, oh, one more thing, alt text. Alt text gives me the ability to type in a description of what this is. If someone is visually impaired, it will give them a brief description, and they'll be able to hear what it is that this is a picture of. And it says it's a blackfin tuna. That's the description already, so if the computer was reading it to them, it would tell them that. So that's a helpful feature for special needs that people may have. And so I'm going to go back to Format. One more thing, Image Options. Opens up this thing on the side. It's nice because I can change the transparency and make it see-through. Roll it over there, you can see right through it. If I take that away, you can see it blocks the words. So this is nice to make your words show through. I could change the brightness, make it a little brighter. Woo! Very bright. Very dim. Somewhere in the middle. I can change the contrast. See how it all sort of is gray and similar to the same color. I can increase the contrast, and now it's made actually part of the picture disappear. It's trying to make it contrast so much. So you can play around with that. I can recolor the image, and you can see I can change this so it's a whole bunch of different shades. And that's a really nice thing if you're trying to match the picture to something you already have on the slide. And that's pretty much everything that you need to know about formatting your pictures. And I reset the image, I'm back to the beginning.